Hey yo, you already know the vibes, man. It's AYOO. We back with another one on BeamNG, and today it's looking like we're gonna have a three-way shootout on this track. Yeah, that's right. We got a racetrack today, man. And I ain't gonna keep y'all here too much longer. So basically, what it is, we're gonna see who can set the best lap time. Now, I will be honest. These vehicles are not stock. They are slightly modified. Now, for the Performante, right now we call this the Nitro Perf. So you can pretty much assume what this thing has. But let's look at it as more of a bolt-on car. Let's say it has exhaust, intake, potentially could have meth. Who knows? And yes, it's on nitrous. Not bad, not bad. Next, we got another Volkswagen product. We got the 911 992 GT3. And before you ask, oh, why did you get the RS, bro? Forget the RS. We don't need it. This is also modified. Also has nitrous. Alright. And last but not least, we got the big V12 over here. The big bull. Feel me? This thing, you can't even hear it. And just like the other ones, this one is modded, has full exhaust, but no nitrous. Full exhaust, upgraded fueling, intake, ready to go, man. Aggressive tune. They all got an aggressive tune. Alright, let's get to it. Now let's see. I think for the first car, we're gonna go with the GT3. So I'm gonna cut to it through the through the magic of editing. I'm gonna cut to it, and we can start with the first lap of the GT3. I will let you know again, the Lambo doesn't have nitrous, but the two cars that do have nitrous will be using them. They will be. Matter of fact, let's keep it fair for now. The nitrous cars won't actually use their nitrous. Let's keep it fair. If this video runs up enough likes, maybe I'll do a part 2 where they use nitrous. But again, I'm gonna set up the race. We can start it up with the GT3 first. Alright, so we about to get into it right now. Let's do it. Ignore the leaderboard because it's not the first time I've been on this track. So again, just ignore that. But we're gonna keep track of like what's at what time. All right, let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's go. Now, if I didn't cut it out and take it out the video already, I'll be honest with you guys. The 992 had a bit of an accident. Oh! Oh no! All right, we're not gonna talk about it. All good now. All good. Yeah, that turn goes a little tricky. You take it too fast, you just end up flying off. Yeah, I took that hard. No racing line discipline whatsoever on that turn. I'm sorry. But this straightaway right here, you got to take it a little bit easy because it gets a little floaty right here. Like the rear end will just start floating with it. And it's like you're not even on the ground. But this thing has great brakes, slows right down. Really just bleeds the speed off with ease. This turn right here, tricky. Very tricky right here. You take it a little too fast, you end up in that railing over there. Ask me how I know. Let's see if we can make the leaderboard with the laptop. Oh, probably not. Sheesh. What the hell was I driving to set this leaderboard up? Wait a minute. Damn. Didn't even make it. Alright, so here we got a Performante, but it clearly does not look the same as the Performante we started the video with. Or excuse me, it's not even a Performante. This is just a Huracan Evo. But it's extremely different, and you can probably tell by the rear bumper delete. And if you know what it means when a Huracan has a rear bumper delete. So as I was setting up the next car, I kind of realized, I'm like, engine just shut off because that garbage ass idle. I was thinking, I'm like, we already have a nitrous Porsche, right? The 992 GT3 is nitrous. The Performante would have been another nitrous car. They're both NA and on nitrous. And then you have the Aventador, which is NA with no nitrous. And I thought, why don't we make it a little bit more spicy? Instead of a nitrous perf, let's make it a Huracan Evo with twin turbos. So here we got a twin turbo Huracan Evo. Let's see what lap time we can put up. And right now, we have the time to beat of, pulled up, what was it? Time to beat is 148.849. So let's do it. Now I'm gonna let you know now, you gotta get on the brakes early in this car. Like every brake zone is probably twice as large as this car. Oh my goodness. What the? Yeah, this thing's ready to crash out. I can't even get on throttle for it. What am I using? 20% throttle? Yeah, I can't even get on the throttle. It's on wastegate. You can hear the turbos. You can see it. This thing's on wastegate, and I can't even hit the gas. Unfortunately, wastegate in this car is like 36 pounds. Oh! We're still good. We're still good. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I don't know. Like, you put turbos and things like the brakes went out. This thing's on carbon brakes. Spicy, man. It's spicy. Is the turbo car too overpowered for this track? Yeah, it might be way too fast for this part. This is that floaty part coming up, I'm telling you. Had to get off the gas early. Already got brake fade. Yeah, this thing's way too fast. It's like, you can't full throttle on this car at all. If you do, asking for trouble. And it's weird. It's like some sections, like, you can give it throttle, it's just fine. Other sections, other sections is like, oh man, other sections, I don't know. I'm giving it 25% throttle. Can it beat the 149 though? I think this thing had a few penalties though. I flew like way off the track. Wow, still beat the Porsche. It's crazy. The Porsche. Alright, so even with a lot of mess ups, the Turbo Huracan still beat the Porsche. I can't say I'm not surprised, because that is ridiculous. That Porsche, the Porsche just felt so sturdy and just it felt planted. This I was trying my hardest to keep this thing on the rails. I was trying my hardest to keep this thing on track, man. The Turbo Huracan switch up. Yeah, see, this is the original Huracan I was gonna use. You know what? I think just for kicks, let's try this with the original Huracan. You know, I think that's why the game is running a little bit laggy. I think these cars are still here when I was doing their track event. And let's try the Not you shutting off at the beginning of the race. That's ridiculous. You know what? Let's make sure you're in course mode, by the way. Now let's do this. The original Nitrous Performante. What the? Okay, I gotta figure out what's going on with this thing. For some reason it's like killing itself in 2 steps. Another 2 steps. Because it ain't got the nitrous turned on, that's why. Yeah, see, there's a lot more control. There's a lot more control. And what do I have to be? I think I have to be like a 130. 138, 139? Can't remember. But I get a feeling, even without the nitrous, I feel like we're going to beat it. The only thing that the Turbo Huracan has over this Performante, that back straight. That back straight in the Turbo Huracan is crazy. Like, that thing got over there is already doing like 180 or something. So, don't know how this is going to be. You see why I was like, let's check out the perf. This thing is good. Like the Turbo Huracan, it was all over the place. I was fighting it the whole time. Couldn't even get on the throttle. But you could tell in this car, you can look at the percentages. Like I'm using all the throttle. Again, this is NA, no turbos, no supercharger. It's all motor. It's the 5.2, by the way. The Turbo Performante, the Turbo Huracan is a 5.0. No, I think what did the turbo do? I think the turbo did a 148. What did the turbo do? 143. Okay, yeah, 143. Porsche did 148. Alright. So right now the turbo's in the lead. The turbo's in the lead with a 143. So last but not least, let's see if we can beat it with the Aventador. And yeah, this is the last contender for this race, and I know we had the surprise guest being the Turbo Huracan, the twin Turbo Huracan. But again, let's see if this Aventador can beat it. And the time to beat right now for the Turbo Huracan, the time to beat is a 143. And I think the Performante did a 146, so let's see. Make sure we're in sport, because that's all this thing has. Doesn't have a Corsa mode. I'm not lying. See? ESC off, regular ESC, sport ESC. Alright. Time to beat is by that Turbo Huracan. 143. It almost made the leaderboard. I can tell by the way this thing took off. It doesn't have the straight line. I don't know if it has the straight line speed that the Huracan has. That Huracan takes off. The Nitro Huracan I'm talking about, which again the nitrous was not on. And then obviously the Turbo Huracan was crazy. 36 pounds of boost on wastegate. I still don't know why the wastegate spring is 36 pounds of boost, but that is what it is. But this big Aventador, this thing feels a lot more control. It feels even almost as, if not more, composed than the Performante. And again, this is Aventador S. Has a lot more speed on his back straight. Little floaty, not too bad. Real heavy on the brakes. Oh yeah, this thing has great brakes. This thing has great brakes. car is very well composed. It stays under control very well. Like you just hit the gas and it goes. Even when the tires get loose, because it's all-wheel drive, you just know where it's going. You know where the nose is pointing. I really like that about this. Oh yeah, this thing destroyed the Turbo Huracan. Well, all right, there you go. And he got on the leaderboard. Wow. Okay. Well, it looks like the Aventador was the best out of this little group. Potentially. Because, again, the Nitrous cars didn't have nitrous turned on. But I'm almost certain that was my best Aventador lap I ever had in this game. Alright. So, like I said, looks like the Aventador came out on top, man. Like, it beat out the 992 GT3, it beat out the Turbo Huracan, and it beat out the Performante. Again, the GT3 and the Performante are nitrous cars. They did not have nitrous on. If this video gets enough likes, let's say if we can get it up to, I don't know, whatever's enough, 20, 50, I don't know. But if we can get enough likes on this video, I'll come back and do a part 2 where I'll use the same cars. I may or may not have the Turbo Huracan in there still. I may or may not have that in there still, but what I'll do is I'll bring back the nitrous cars, but this time I have the nitrous turned on, and we'll see. We'll see which one will come out on top. If the Aventador is really the top car here, as long as the nitrous is turned off, or maybe it could be another car. And if you ask me, I'd probably lean towards the Turbo Performante. Lean towards the nitrous Performante if we're picking which car when all out will set the best time. I'm going nitrous Performante. The Turbo Huracan Evo, way too much. That thing is way too. This is way too rowdy. I'll be honest. This car is way too rowdy, man. This car is ridiculous. This car is way too rowdy. It's not even on right now. That thing has a horrible tune on it. But yeah, this car way too rowdy. Way too rowdy. I can't even get on the gas. This car is the most composed. This is the most well put together, I'd say. This car right here, I think with the nitrous turned on, this would be it would be the car here. It'd be the car to beat with nitrous turned on. And then we got the GT3, which was very easy to handle. It was very easy to handle. So I think with the nitrous turned on, it might get a little rowdier, but I think it will set up a way better time. The nitrous Performante though, the nitrous Performante already felt perfect. So I think with that car with nitrous turned on, it might ruin it. It might be too overpowered and it might not be able to be as well balanced. But this car, I feel like it use a little bit more power with the nitrous, so we'll see. But again, if this video gets enough likes, I'll run it back, and yeah, we can see if the Aventador will stay out front with the best lap time, or if these cars can come back. Either way, I'm gonna let you guys get back to it. You're here with your boy AYOO. Y'all safe up, stay sturdy.